don't let your internship be pointless. I've interned at multiple companies, a Fortune 100, a Fortune 1000, and in various different roles. And these are three things I wish you can implement. Two of these I actually did, and one, I hope I did it. The first one, have coffee chats every single week. And when you hear that, you think, oh, I'll have coffee chats with someone in my division, someone in my department. No, have coffee chats with anyone that you think is interesting. When I was an inventory analyst intern, I had a coffee chat with literally how many? Maybe 33 people at Target because I wanted to know more about AI, business management, more about business intelligence, and I coffee chat with a lot of people. And it allowed me to see what is out there. Maybe there's something I like because that's one of the best ways to find your purpose. You're not gonna find it by just talking to people in the same division as you. You're gonna find it by being able to explore what's out there. Have coffee chats, take notes, use that ability that anyone's ready to talk to. When you're a college student, you have some ability, but when you are intern, everyone wants to talk to you. I could have a coffee chat with someone. Like I was like, let's say, an L4, that's what they call. I was able to have a coffee chat with someone who's an L8 because, or an L7, because I have that push because everyone wants to talk to an intern. I even sent an email to the CEO. Sadly, I got denied, but I tried. And that is the big thing. You gotta try, you gotta step out, take that leap and just email any single person you find interesting. Because maybe that coffee chat might not lead you a full-time job, but it allows you to open your eyes to a whole new sector, whole new department that you didn't know exists. That's the beauty of networking and having coffee chats. That's the first one. Have coffee chats every single week. I would say have 3 at least every single week. Because right now it's July. You're gonna have maybe a month left for your internship. So a week, 3 a week, that's 12. At least you'll get 12 in. The second thing is take more work than you're given. And I know a lot of you are thinking, bro, Rohan, I'm only here to make some money and then dip and go back to college. I know, but the best way to find your purpose is to get more skills. And the only way you're gonna get skills is do more work. The reason why you need more skills is because you can zoom out and have more options. But if you have no skills, you're zoomed in and you think there's no way out. And this is the best way because you're getting paid to learn. Just take anything. That could be projects, that could be meetings, that could be a presentation, that could be a coding assignment. Do everything because they already know you're gonna make mistakes. That's why they're so lenient. They don't care that you're gonna make mistakes because in their mind, they know interns make mistakes. But what they'll not know is how responsible you are, how accountable you are, and how you can accomplish tasks. I was able to secure 6 more months working remotely for a company that's never done that for the interns because I took that much responsibility. And I was learning new skills. I was learning how the ability to figure things out. Because when you're thrown in a ditch and you're thrown in a place where you do not know what's going on and you figure it out, that's your muscle to figure things out. And a lot of people don't have that. And you're making it happen. You're developing that muscle while getting paid for it. Think how crazy it is. You're learning a skill and you're getting paid for it. That is crazy. Because nobody cares they're gonna make mistakes. Because everyone knows interns make mistakes. That is one of the biggest things, biggest hacks that I give you is do more work, learn more skills. I know people around you, most of the interns, what they're gonna do, they're just gonna sit around. They're just gonna sit around and get paid. And that's okay because you're not competing with them, you're competing with you. You should have more responsibility and more growth than yesterday, than last week. And that cycle keeps going. And when you come out of your internship, you go, oh my God, I learned so many things that I could implement on my own now. Because you're doing it for you. You're not doing it for other interns, for the job. You're doing it for you. And that is why it's very valuable that you do this, where you take more work on. The third one that I wish I did was whatever you learn in internship in the daytime, the first 8 hours, right? When you come home, try to figure out what passion project can you relate these skills and these tasks that you're learning in your internship to projects that you want to do in the future or you want to do right now. Because most of the times what happens is you do these tasks that you become really good at, but then you forget about them because you don't tie them to something that you could work on after you finish your internship. That's why people go through this loop where they learn cool skills, but they forget it when they go to college because you're not tying it to a passion project. For me, I learned about AI and OpenAI and ChatGPT APIs, and I tied it to a Streamlit website. So I had a podcast then. I said, okay, what can I do? And I said, I want to improve my speech on my podcast. This is what I did. I created a website that takes the audio file, transcribes it, and gives me the summary of the podcast and tells me what can I improve. And it allowed me to be like, whoa, it helps my communication skills. It helps me not review my podcast and helps me get better at Python and AI and Streamlit. Just that simple thing of tying whatever you're doing in your internship to a passion project would help you. I wish I did this. I literally did this on my spare time, like connecting my Python skill with my podcasting abilities together. But if you do that on your internship, you're getting paid to do these tasks that in August, right? You start in June or May, end of May, and you get really good at in August. And then at the end of August, you forget about it. And in September and October, you're gone. Like you don't even remember what you're doing in an internship. But if you just do that, you're able to think about it and zoom out and go, okay, I learned this skill or this task I do in my internship. And there's this passion thing I really want to do. And you tie them together and you start working on it. And literally, you'll be the only person that actually gained stuff except got a resume bump and a pay bump. You build your skills over time. That if you're a freshman, let's say you get your first internship and you did that. You did your task and you tied it to a passion project. Your sophomore year, you did that and you tied it to a passion project. Your junior, you did that, you tied it to a passion project. Think about it. When you graduate college, you'll have a lot of skills. And if you do it as a junior too, just doing it once, you're able to learn skills that you will have forever. And you'll not forget them because you're working on them even when you finish your internship. And these are 3 things I really wish you implement because I've been an intern for a long time and I'm still interning because I'm a master's student. And I really think I wish I did the last one when I was a sophomore. And I wish you all do this 2 things that I did because if I did all 3 of these in one internship, I would get 3x the value than any other human being does in their internships. Now, if you add that over time, you're 100 steps away and 100 steps ahead than any other college student doing an internship. Thank you so much for watching this video.